Hi, my name is Beth Hiley here for Board Game Geek and Origins 2018. I'm sitting down with Travis Reynolds from Queen Games.
How are you?
Hi, excellent. You brought us Franchise.
I have Franchise.
Tough game to play right before lunch, I'm just saying.
Yeah, everybody wants to eat, right? Right. So Franchise is new from us. It's coming out at Essen. And in Franchise, we're growing our different franchises around the country. So they all start in a small town. And from there, they will branch out and do some marketing, get into new cities, and make money and rule the world, right?
Through burgers.
Right.
All right, so take us through a quick overview of what a turn's going to be like.
Okay, so everyone will start in one of the small towns around the country. And then in the advanced game, there's a pre-set up for a basic game. In the advanced game, in reverse order, we get to pick where we want to start. So you kind of can plot out where you want to go. And on your turn, you can do a few things which are laid out on these player cards. The first thing that you can do is you can expand. So, well, first you collect your income, I'm sorry.
All right.
So income is based on every city you're in, where you have at least one franchise, you're going to collect for every empty space. So if you're in the market alone, you're making more money. Other people come, you're making less money. And there's an income chart. You look at your total number, and that's where you generate your income.
I love when game mechanics make sense in real life.
Sure.
Where you're the only one there, of course you're going to have the monopoly on the market.
Right. It also helps with teaching the game too, because people can kind of grasp. Right. So after you collect your income, then you can expand. And the way you do to expand is, if Orange is here, Orange has got several options. They could expand to Oklahoma City, they could expand to Denver, or they can expand to Phoenix.
So all of these based on their different geographic connections.
They're connected by those routes. To expand, they would put that on there to indicate that they're planning to expand. They would pay the cost, which is equal to the route. This one, we can see up there is 1. The dotted ones are free, all the way up to the big pink ones costing you 8. So it just depends on which one you use. After you expand, then you have the choice to market. Orange couldn't currently market because they're not in a city, they're only in a small town. But if Orange was here in Denver, they could choose to add another franchise. That costs you $1. You could do it in every city where you have a franchise. Now at the you put it there. Then after you're done, we're going to move these out so that and this one come off, and we put a franchise here, and that's the end of the turn. Okay, and then we're going to go around, and you're going to do that, and we're going to do that. That's a turn, right? So when a city fills up, or if a single player has an absolute majority, meaning they have over half of them, the city will score. If it filled up all the way, then whoever has the most franchises there will score half of the printed value.
Okay.
If a player gets an absolute majority, they will score all of the printed value. So there's kind of an enticement there to fill it up and be the one that has the dominance. So when they score, we take the tile off the board, and we're going to score that. Everybody else, other than the player who scored, is going to leave all of their franchises on there. And the player who scored it is going to leave 1. And then the active player is going to get, let's say red was the one that closed it, even though orange won. Red's going to get to place 1 over here. Okay? So that's how city scoring works. When all of these cities or small towns in a region are full, meaning either the small towns have a franchise or all these tiles have been scored, then we're going to score the region.
Okay.
Whoever has the most franchises in the region is going to win the region.
I was going to say, and I see a suspiciously similarly colored little region token there.
So first place there gets 10. If there's a tie, it's broken by this person, and it's just for the first city that scores. So, and if that person isn't involved in the tie, it breaks clockwise.
Okay.
So that first person gets 10, second place gets 8, and then everybody else who has at least one franchise gets 5. All right? So we're going to play until we close. It's variable based on how many. 4 players, you close 8. And that'll be the last turn. In addition, so when we close this, whoever the active player was red, would put it down here, and you score bonuses for closing regions.
So it's encouragement to keep the game moving along.
And here's your track. So you see it shows. And you may close more than the number, so you can see it goes beyond, but it's going to end that turn.
Okay.
In addition, one thing we didn't talk about is we have these bonus tiles. You get 3, they're worth points at the end of the game. But during your expansion phase, if you want to turn one in, you can expand twice. Or during your marketing phase, you can only use one a turn, but during your marketing phase, if you want to turn one in, then you can market twice, which is really nice because if somebody starts coming in your territory, you can see that, oh, if I don't close it out this turn, they could use a bonus tile and close it out next turn, so I better do that so I can get the points or I'm going to miss out. So the bonus tiles should be used strategically and not saved to the end for points, in my opinion. Of course, everybody plays their own game, right?
Well, and I like that you guys have some, not just color flavor, but personality flavor to your different franchise types here.
Sure, we've got a car dealership, and we have a burger joint, and we've got a hotel franchise, and we've got a laundromat.
So, and I like that they're not all just food places either.
Right.
They have different sort of services.
Right, all sorts of different. And this game plays 5. I don't have the 5th player board, so it's going to play 5.
Now, you guys are, which I think it might not be very evident from people on camera, but this is actually still a pre-production copy.
It is. This is a pre-production copy, right? It comes up. It'll be at Essen, and I think we're going to kickstart it in August, along with our 2 other Essen releases, which is Bastille and Skylands.
How long will the full game take us?
We've played a few times, and it takes about between an hour and a half, maybe 75 minutes or so. Just depends on how aggressive you are. Like me, I like to grab some big cities and collect income, and until people come in. So that if people do that, the game can take a little longer. But if you're aggressively closing cities, but I'd say between an hour and a half.
Fantastic. Well, if you guys want to check that out, this is Franchise, which is going to be coming out from Queen Games, probably if in the fall, definitely,
Yep,
but
definitely
maybe
this fall.
Kickstarter sooner than that. And Travis, thank you so much for letting us look.
Absolutely, thanks.